that if there is any allegation that is untrue, Sark and he seems to sue me. Now, Sark, respectfully, you have graduated from just a brand to an institution, and now you are a religion. So it has gone beyond the fact that people just revere you. Now people worship you in such a way that consistent and persistent on unending tag that revolves around you and your attitude towards your colleagues hurts people more than you yourself. Call on the media. There is this creeping intimidation that is, as it were, finding its way to gag and zip up the media from wading into issues that borders around the entertainment space. And if you don't take care, we will allow artists with huge fan base to weaponize their fan base to, as it were, prevent us from doing what we are supposed to do. And this is becoming increasingly worrying. I want to say today and call on the media fraternity that please, we should make sure we are not folding. Because if in the name of the phobia of fan base coming at us, we are going to fold and allow fan base to lead the narrative only in this entertainment space, we are not making headway and we are doomed. And it's something that I've realized. I am making a wake-up call onto the media space that please, we should make sure we are not conforming to the phobia of fan base and fanaticism. Else we will lose our voice in this space and we will be devalued and demeaned to nothingness. I have seen that of late, many people who are supposed to be on authority in this space and are supposed to speak up and even throw their expertise on certain issues wants to zip up because they fear that a certain group of people in the name of fanaticism will abuse their person. And so we are losing quality voices in the space to speak up to the issue and truth to power. I beg you, we can't allow fanatics and fan base to lead the narratives. No. So please, let's do away with this phobia of okay, me dem impem one sem no bian be to the extent say we have people who have very rich contribution to certain industry issues, but fear that fan base will come at them. We will lose it. Please. So far as we are doing this constructively, objectively, and with a little bit of decorum, we are good to go. And that is our responsibility. We have all the industrial responsibility to retribute, reproach, shape the narrative in the entertainment space. Please, we should not conform and becoming worrying. In this case, I saw Sark's tweet, and with all due respect, let me give the idol, the religion, his garden, not even flowers, because he deserves more than flowers. Now, Sark deserves more than flowers. He needs a whole garden, which the media has over the years done. So, to create a make-believe out of this response to these tweets, to create the narrative that the media has been setting an agenda, and that Yema Udinda, Sark, I beg to differ, with all due respect. Say, if there is any fraternity that has given you enough props for your contribution to where Ghana music industry has come, the media has always given you, even in times when you have, in quotes, disrespected or said some things that were no toffee to us. Things like, if we have not gone or reached the BBC status, we have no moral right to criticize you. Yet, we didn't hold offense in that, because in as much as we are ready to criticize your brand, we should be also ready to stomach certain criticism that comes from you. You find it cool. Even to the extent where we felt at a point in time you betrayed the media by telling people that the media had no hand in your upcoming, and you came out through social media, which was blatant and plain lies. The media took it cool. Okay, you are saying that you came through social media and not through us. But we know the contribution even this very house, multimedia, has had in your brand. It's okay to have your own reservations about how media approaches certain issues. But in this Kofi Mole case, Mr. Slim, Mr. Edem Totomi, the media is on record never to have led any agenda of Sarkodie behavior or attitude towards his colleagues. There is no receipt where Sark can tell me, or his fan base can tell me, that the media has ever ignited any conversation around how Sark has treated his fellow artists. Every allegation I'm very particular about my words. Every allegation that has been leveled against him by his peers, legends and generation after him had come from the horse's own mouth and their first-hand information. I didn't come to tweet that you didn't give me a response. Respectfully, it was Kofi Mole himself who said, you hearing, hearing refers to us, Kensak, and your team didn't get back to him. Sebi, Kofi Mole is aware of that narrative and tag on you that you are non-responsive and you have been called a certain way towards your colleagues in the industry. For him to have come out knowing that there is this lingering notion about you, it means that it has gotten to an extent where Kofi Mole might have harbored this bitterness and how he felt you treated him on this matter, video shoot matter, for 5 good years. Knowing the respect he has for you, let's assume without admitting that you didn't know about it. Who is the superstar in question, Kofi Mole? He is no novice or new to dealing with you. Kofi Mole had engaged you on several projects and so is much aware of the means and channel to reach you. And it is coming to me as a shocker for Kensak to create the notion that yes, communication is there, but it doesn't mean Kofi Mole, unless Kofi Mole also has a duty to come out and state plainly, emphatically who he engaged, which I know Kofi Mole almost 6 years into the game know what it takes and means it takes and vessel it takes to reach Kensak. Because you have worked on BB back together when you needed him. You have worked on the audio of the said project. So he definitely knew the right channel to reach you. Let's assume without admitting that you didn't know. Then it boils down to some of the allegation that has come on your team. And so by way of this communication, it means that your team also has to wake up. Because there are instances that you have not even sanctioned certain information from your camp that your team has broken it prematurely. That has hurt you. And I've said that. Now, Kensak, respectfully, you have graduated from just a brand to an institution and now you are a religion. So it has gone beyond the fact that people just revere you. Now people worship you in such a way that consistent and persistent on unending tag that revolves around you and your attitude towards your colleagues hurts people more than you yourself. And so if you want to devise the Dad Lumba and the Nebuchadnezzar approach to the issue, it should tell you that now it's beyond you. It's about your fans. It's about your image on the international market. Because if your local people form certain narrative about you, it's the same way that we shape the international market. Okay, Kofi Mole is lying. There's communication. Say in the local parlance, yes, see a boarding shemra. Nese be enye. Ye boarding so tumra enye day. And na sebi ohina ontie futu no. Eto bi abedwam ye den. Ne ntoma timiti bibi. Enu nti se Kensak wo for the first time some of we people who are so concerned about your brand listen to us and see, okay, say Kofi Mole instance in the Krana, you can be the middle of conversation for the same old allegation and tell us, say, Kensak, honestly, san when you know your man didn't die because and yet it from the boss our list way.
Where is this list coming from?
This list are lists of people who have equally complained about the same Kofi Mole situation.
Mention them. Let's.
This list is in categories.
Okay.
The categorization of this list, one is from your legends you say you look up to.
Okay.
The second category is from your peers. Mm-hmm. The third category is from generations after you.
Okay, run us through.
You get water.
I am not the one.
Okay.
With all due respect.
Okay. Run us through.
These are horses and these are from their own mouth.
Nanako.
Freddie Merway.
Ko.
Also, I am not the one. HFM is not the one who came to tell you the treatment you meted out to. A legend like Freddie Merway trying to connect with you for a project and your attitude towards him. He was complaining with utter disgust and bitterness. Okay, that one is a lie.
Okay.
The legendary Obrafo, which you have said countless times, that he is your idol, and you looking up to him, and even proud to the incidents of you not showing up for this documentary, you have bowed live on stage. There's a picture to it where you have idolized him. Set up,
and he handed you a crown.
Set up, like Kofi Mole.
So Obrafo too set up.
there was a setup for the Pamuka documentary. And
Sark
according to Obrafo, and I'm saying that if there is any allegation that is untrue, King Sark and he seems to sue me because a brand like King Sark, I can't just throw anything I don't have receipt. That is why me tumria no my day my chain is seat from the own house's own map. Obrafo said, I made a setup for the Pamuka documentary. I called the gentleman. He never showed up, and he never gave me a reason.
He's still on his way.
These are Obrafo's own map from Abra.
They use the motorway before traffic.
Okay. Samini. The most painful part about Samini's own was that at the time you needed Samini, he was as responsive as the speed of light. Brapenyi, I need you to do this. He did this. The second time you needed him, so, but our communication, I'll be back in 24 hours. When he came back from his trip, he did what he was supposed to do for you. Now, Samini's album plan was distorted because of you, because of the same cold attitude towards Samini, and ruined his plans for his album. And he had to prematurely release this as against the initial plan. Am I the one who said it? Please no. Akateche, in an interview with Hammer on Pure FM, said that having sought their services to perform for you on Rapaholic, it has been difficult for them to get you to reciprocate the same energy when they needed you on a song. I didn't say that. And I'm very particular that if I had lied on King Sark, which I will never do because I respect him, then his team should sue. Even Shatawale has complained about your dealings with him for the Major Girl video. It is open receipt. It's on there. These are your legends. A+ has sworn that you are in his bucket list of people he will also reciprocate what you have done to him. Because you guys have discussed something very important. And on the day that the thing was supposed to transpire, you disappointed him. Serious, of course. I didn't say, if I am lying on King Sark, he should sue me. These are the words of A+. These are your legends. Let me swipe that.
So we are now moving
PS.
from
let's go.
legend to PS. Okay.
PS.
Let's go.
Carry on.
I ignored them at a point in time who carried you along.
Adam. Yeah, I been out from.
Well, yeah, going to
Adam, go get them.
Go get them. Okay.
Complained with passion, losing a colossal skyrocketing amount of almost 50,000, more than 50,000 Ghana cedis. And in his case, again, he did a setup according to the stipulated time between both parties. And King Sark didn't show up. And so Adam complained about losing more than 50,000 Ghana cedis. These are not my words. These
So
are
Adam too set up.
Set up.
I beg you, not be me.
No, it's not you.
No, not the entertainment.
Adam, go get him. He also did a setup and
I'm doing this with love. Because if King Sark knows, I am proud that I am dealing with an anarchist who is discerning enough to know when to admit, which I know that he knows that this is coming out of love. His peers, Yemi Alade, flew a whole team.
They be in junior now.
No, it is around the same generation. Johnny around the same generation.
Oh, Sark.
Yes.
Sark be.
No. Yemi Alade is around the same generation.
No.
Oh, Charlie.
Unless we do
they cannot be in the generation of
Oh,
Sark.
come on. Okay.
unless we do a proper check on
Johnny
when
breakthrough.
It doesn't take an
anyway.
away from
Just carry
generation.
on.
You
Just carry
continue.
on.
Now, when the lady was complaining, now it was in an interview that we mentioned Sark, and he said there is no way if the word feature comes into her mind, King Sark would ever again cross her mind because of how King Sark dealt with her, flew a whole team to do the Hey Baba video, and Sark disappointed and never got back upon reaching and breaching her. The lady complains bitterly for that loss that King Sark made her lose. Now, Sherifa Gunu has also come out to complain. That one, he was very quick after the interview to make amends. But the complaint was there. Gospel artist, who is your childhood friend?
Even gospel artists.
Emoji to complain. Please, all this, Yama Odinda, and yet HFM the Kanyo, me pacho omuni. Okay. Now, generations after you, those who call you landlord, those who revere you, those who are giving you your garden, not even flowers.
Yes, you know what Quack said.
Oh, crowd is. Crowd day.
Crowd.
Brother, he dey cry. Crowd there. Otimi be so life no osun. What you say?
Crowd any year.
You see? Mukra kame o.
Yeah,
Good. Me cramp me ref you know.
I think Flokin on Gifted One also wanted I think they.
One of the reasons why Floking Stones fans are still angry at him for doing the Firebond and remix when Sarkodie called, because this is a gentleman at a point in time. But I understand normal politics almost at the point in time Sarkodie betina pento sa omo feeling no sake no. So it's there. And no cry because it's a retaliation.
Take it out.
Yes.
Take it out.
Sheriff Aguno. Yes, I've said it. Now generations after you, your own signee, Strongman.
What happened?
Had the 10 a.m. album to release. And the album was delaying because he has assured his fan that the last person to be collaborated on the album was King Sark. And when that thing is confirmed, the 10 a.m. album was ready to go. This guy prematurely released the album and got questioned why the King Sark Strongman collaboration has never happened, because in history, Sarkodie and Strongman has no music video together in history, even after signing him. There is no official music video of Strongman and Sarkodie ever.
But they have songs.
Oh, they have songs? Of course, they have songs.
But they don't have a music video.
They don't have a music video. Never.
Okay, carry on.
And so, this 10 a.m. album, Strongman prematurely released it, and we asked and said, King Sark upon series of tests never got back, so he had to prematurely release it and give the song to somebody else. I didn't say these are the words of Strongman. Now, Ink Boy, the Nigerian young boy. But Ink Boy, they mean I'm now.
No.
Pacho your portfolio. Out of love, King Sark, and respect. The boy was complaining bitterly how unfair you treated him when he also needed you to reciprocate the same energy. You reach out to him to do that album together and that collaboration with him.
That's 1 million Ghana cedis.
1 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Well, then let's assume they're admitting that all these people are people that you don't have a certain level of relationship with. Playfully, Adankwa the money. Having seen Sarkodie replying to someone test, retweeted openly that, hey, Sarkodie, so your phone they work. And he had to playfully answer them back that, oh, stop you guys, Moy and Kraboni and all that. But the guys were using a kiddie way to let them know that he has also been ignoring them. Joy B, the same thing. Now let's come to Danswa Biam, the most pathetic of them all. Where Danswa Biam, trying to get King Sark, had to go to the extent of going to his house to scale over the wall. When he has said that he has seen that King Sark was in the house, but was not allowing him after series of test and call. And so in his bid to scale over King Sark wall into his house, the security man came. And I'm not making this up. Like I've said that King Sark is a religion. And I know if I come at him and I have no receipt to this, I don't know if it has ever crossed you.
I had an interview with Dan Swabian.
He had to go and
shared that story.
Gates.
He shared that story.
I was on xylophone that time. He came, I was in the studio then.
He also shared that story on xylophone.
It was xylophone. He shared a story.
He shared a story with me in Kumasi. Okay. I was on Radio 1 back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, landlord, are we making this up? Sometimes they make believe that the media has an agenda against you. Is the sole reason why your fans think it is not okay. You are untouchable, and so it is not okay to criticize you. But what we are doing is very constructive. And please look within yourself for once to admit that the Dali Lumba approach to these issues are denting your image and becoming one way too many. In any case where you are not directly to be blamed for, then let's also hold your team accountable. In which case, Raskuku and your case.
An angel.
Raskuku was emphatic that this time round, it was not about Sark. It was his team. He was emphatic. And so we know who to direct our blame game to. That is why I'm saying that Kofi Mole, having known all these dents on King Sark's name, should please do us the honest and mention who exactly
within the camp that he
engaged so that King Sark's name will be saved for us. If King Sark wants to tell me, say, this list are allegations and unfounded, then
how many are they?
I think for once, I don't know, I can count them. I think for once he should sue someone, because it's becoming one way too many. And you can't always be leveled with a same kind of allegation and say that none of them or all of them are unfounded. King Sark, for some of us who care about the image this thing is creating about you, it's so unpalatable. It's so unpalatable.
Okay.
And I'm begging that for once,
to
clear your name, it's either you are suing or you gather all these allegations. The Saminis at them blowing things out of proportion Are they riders or are they are part of commitment that they were supposed to honor that they didn't? That is what necessitated you ignoring them or sue for once to clear your name. Other than that, there is no way you can convince well-meaning Ghanaians and people of this nature that Yema Odinda, when we have not spoken this, these are coming from words of your legends you look up to, your peers you work with, and generations after you. And there's no way we are going to buy into, say, miscommunication when you don't finally come out to clear your name. We are concerned and we do love you regardless. Out of love, portfolio the MC.
So that's your love letter.
Yeah.
I better drink water.
Kwame Dazi, 20 minutes editorial.
Should we continue?
Continue.
So we're cutting in a.